lift your name on high.
On days 13 and 14, we'll be combining them again into one video because they are one travel experience.
I'm so glad you're in my
We will leave the Crown Plaza Hotel in Jordan and drive back into Israel, heading to Jerusalem. In Jerusalem, we'll rest some at the Christmas Hotel, and then later in the afternoon, we'll head to the airport.
My debt to pay, from the cross to the grave, from the grave to the sky. Lord, I lift your name on high. Lord, I lift your name on high.
When we wake up in the morning, the air over the Dead Sea is clear for a change and not hazy as it has been for the last few days.
I'm so glad you came to save us.
With the clear skies, I head down to the resort's beach to look at the Dead Sea from above.
From the earth to the cross, my debt to pay. From the cross to the grave, from the grave to the sky. Lord, I lift your name on high. From heaven to earth to show the way. From the earth to the
Then it's breakfast time,
my debt
and we get ready to leave. We come down to the lobby and wait on our group to come so we can leave. The view is beautiful over to Israel as we head out. 36 hours from now, we'll be at our house. Along the way, we pass many Bedouin camps in the Jordan Rift Valley. Most of the Bedouin camps in Jordan, as said before, have tents, whereas those in Israel are more permanent structures.
my debt to pay. From the cross to the grave, from the grave to the sky. Lord, I lift your name on high. Lord, I lift your name on
They were different energy note, and then if they fail with one, they create for you the other. Those real politicians, they have no idea what that is.
Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of
And then we head out into the uninhabited area as we head to the border crossing with Israel. Soon we're at that border crossing, the Israeli checkpoint, and we're entering Israel, changing buses, and heading now back out the other side of the Israeli area. Notice the yellow signs for mines. You get off the road here, you're dead. We drive around Jericho, and then one last look back across the Dead Sea. That's the resort area we were at, and that's our resort on the left, the one in the center.
Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see.
Soon we're heading into the wilderness of Judea and its twisted rock formations.
The eyes of my
I wonder
heart,
what
Lord.
geological forces created
Open the
these.
eyes of my heart. I want to see you.
Soon we're getting our last look at the Bedouin camps on this side. As you can see, they're more permanent, it seems.
Lifted up, shining in the light of your glory. Pour out your power and love as we sing holy, holy, holy. High and lifted up, shining in the light of your glory. Pour out your power and love as we sing holy.
And as we get closer to Jerusalem, we see the largest Israeli settlement on the west bank, Me'ali Adanim, up on the hill. And on the side of the hill, there's some goats grazing. Soon we pass through the Jerusalem checkpoint and head into the tunnel. As we exit the tunnel, one last view over the old city is spectacular. And then we go near St. George's Cathedral, the oldest Protestant church in the Holy Land, and we rest at the Christmas Hotel for a few hours.
Pour out your power and love as we sing holy, 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 high and lifted up, shining in the light.
After supper at the Christmas Hotel, we head out to the airport and see the Jerusalem light rail service in action. We also passed the Jerusalem Dan Hotel one last time. Out in the countryside, we see the separation wall. Sometimes it's made out of solid materials and sometimes out of rolled barbed wire. But all along it has various structures and towers for security. We're soon entering the Shephelah, or Judean foothills, and we'll be going down the valley of Ajalon as we head toward Lod and the Ben Gurion Airport. As we get closer to Tel Aviv area, we see many new homes that have been built along the way. And the sun starts to set as we near the Ben Gurion Airport and start to see airplanes landing. After checking in most of our luggage so we don't have to carry it while we're transitioning, we head down the long hall and into the waiting area where we can do a little shopping and eat some food and snacks and wait. And then it's time to head down the long hall to our gate to get ready to board our airplane about midnight. We load on board our airplane for the long flight to Newark. We'll be on a 777-300 and we take off, headed toward Newark. Most of our trip will be in the dark, but we'll be flying so high you can see the sun on the horizon. And then day 14 dawns as we head into Newark for the new day. We're on the ground in Newark and we head off to our next flight. It'll be a 737-800 and it's time to board almost as soon as we get there. We're pushed back and taxi out to the runway, and then off we go heading to Houston. It's not as full of flights as it's supposed to be, so we're able to separate and sit a little bit better.
Blessed be your name on the road marked with suffering. Though there's pain in the offering, blessed be your name. Every blessing you pour out, I'll turn back to pray. When the darkness closes in, Lord, still I will say, blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be your name. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed
Soon we're landing in Houston and we'll have to change terminals again because we're coming in on Terminal C and we have to go to Terminal A. But Deborah gets so excited, she decides to walk the entire distance instead of use the SkyTrain this time. We do finally get there, and our plane is waiting on us, an Embraer 145. And then it's time to load up and taxi out for our last leg of our flight as we head toward Jackson.
You give and take away. You give and take
And then off we go to Jackson, Mississippi.
My heart will choose to say, Lord, blessed be your name. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be your name. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be your glorious name. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be your name. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be your glorious.
The clouds are rather thick as we fly along, so we don't really get to see a whole lot, and it is an up and a down flight.
clothed in majesty. All the earth rejoice, all the earth rejoice. He wraps himself in light. Darkness tries to hide. He trembles at his voice. How great is our God?
Here's a cloud I thought looked like a hot air balloon floating along.
Is our God? All we see how great is our God. Age to age he stands.
And then we're over Jackson, Mississippi, and headed down towards the airport.
The Godhead three in one. Father, Spirit, Son. The Lion and the Lamb. The Lion and the Lamb. How great is our God? Sing with me, how great.
Welcome back home to Mississippi, and it's time to go get our luggage and drive home.
Is our God.
Well, I guess you are through with me for another few weeks and then off to annual conference. It has been a joy carrying all of your things around for you, but it was really boring in the belly of that airplane for hours on end. I didn't get to see the beautiful sunrise or anything. You sure did pack me full, and those X-rays kind of tickled as I ran through those scanners. Well, I guess I will get into the closet and wait for the next time for us to travel together. I am glad you had a wonderful trip, and I hope that none of your souvenirs were broken.
And this brings us to the end of day 13 and 14, and the end of our trip.